Hey everyone, I'm Kirk and I'm going to show you how to make this week's cocktails. So I'm going with two rum drinks this week. So we have kind of opposite ends of the spectrum. We have a really light, refreshing drink with a light rum. And then the stirred drink this week is a little bit different, but we're using an overproof, barrel-aged, really dark rum in that as well to showcase some of the barrel, clove, vanilla flavors to it. So I'm going to start with the shake and drink. So I really like rum cocktails in the summer because of, you can either sip on them if you're using an aged rum or, it's just one of those underutilized spirits. People tend to gravitate towards vodka or gin, but I like rum, so that's what we're doing this week. So to start with the shake and drink, we're going to use Flor de Caña 4 year. So this is a Blanco rum. It's one of my favorite rums to use around the house. It's a pretty decent price point. And it's really high quality producer. There's, sorry, dogs, this is like take number 6, I apologize. We're gonna use fresh blackberry juice that I cooked into a syrup, fresh lemon juice, as well as a little bit of Pierre Ferrand dry curacao. So this is a producer in Southwest France, and they typically make cognac, but because they're used to using whole fruit in the production process, they import oranges for this product. And so it makes it much more real flavored because it's real fruit that goes into it rather than some of the store-bought artificially flavored triple sec or curacao. So with this drink, it's important to remember 2 things. First, because there is fresh lemon juice in it, you need to drink it within 3 days. I would also keep it in the fridge until about 30 minutes before drinking it. Take it out, let it come up to room temperature. And the reason for that is because you want it to properly dilute when you shake it. So if you shake it right out of the fridge when it's cold, there's not gonna be enough dilution in the drink and it's gonna be a little bit strong, which maybe that's what you want, but that's not what I would recommend. The other thing to remember is that you definitely do wanna shake it because you're not only diluting it, but you're also aerating the drink. And if you do shake and stir drinks side by side, one will be cloudy, one will not be, and that's because of the incorporation of the air into the drink. So you definitely want to shake it. So your jars tomorrow will come completely full because that is 2 cocktails. So this is only a half, so 1 cocktail in this one. So you want to, if you're making 1 drink at a time, you want to pour half of the jar into the shaker. If you're making both at the same time, you can go ahead and pour the whole jar into there. So because there's only 1 drink in this jar, I'm just going to pour the whole thing in. And then I'm going to shake it up. So we're gonna strain this into a coupe or up glass. We call this, if you ever read a cocktail recipe and it says serve up, this is what it means. So off of ice in a stemmed glass. Your garnish for it is going to be a purple basil leaf from my garden. I think that basil and blackberries work really well together. And it's just a beautiful leaf on a nice purple drink. So with this, you want to kind of give the basil leaf a light smack, and that'll release a lot of the oils that are in the drink to make it a little bit more aromatic. And then you can either place it center in the drink, or you can place it on the edge of the drink. So this is the first rum cocktail. The second cocktail is one that I did on my Day of the Dead menu several years ago. And it is a horchata-based cocktail, which is a Puerto Rican and Mexican cocktail, or a drink that is kind of a rice milk that's sweetened with sugar and then infused with some cinnamon and vanilla. So what?
You made it yourself.
Oh, I made it myself. Thank you. My producer wanted me to remind you of that. So I made the horchata myself, and then the spirits that are in this one, we're gonna use Denizen. So this is an overproof rum, it's 100 proof. And it's just a really dark kind of molassesy rum that I wanted in this drink. So this is going to be closer to a dessert drink. I've not done any of these before because I tend not to have too much of a sweet tooth, but in this case, I really like this drink for after dinner. The other spirit that's in this one is a herbal liqueur from the Czech Republic called Bekarovka. And this is a after dinner liqueur that just has a lot of cinnamon and clove flavors, so it really complements both the rum and the horchata. So this one's a little bit different. This is gonna come in a 16-ounce jar just because there's a lot of liquid in it. So this is this is both servings. So it's gonna look pretty much just like this. So what I would recommend doing is shaking it in the jar. So don't add ice to it. This is just to aerate it. And then when you finish shaking it, you'll see that it's kind of bubbly and frothy. Then you can pour half of it, or however much you want, over ice. Finally, because it has the foam on the top, it makes it really nice for garnishing. So what's gonna come in your garnish bag is a cinnamon stick. And there's a couple ways to garnish the drink. So one way that's just the easiest is just to take a microplane, your cinnamon stick, and just grate it over the top fresh. If you have ground cinnamon already, you can just go ahead and sprinkle some on there. I wanted to show you 3 other ways of possibly garnishing the drink that might make it look a little bit fancier. So one way, if you have one of these strainers at home, these are called julep strainers, and the holes actually can be used to decorate the drink. So if you place it over there and then sprinkle your cinnamon over it, when you remove it, you'll have little dots of cinnamon on there. So that's one way. Another way is to use like cardboard, a business card, whatever you have. I have kind of this bowl scraper, bench scraper, and you cover up about 3/4 of the drink, and then you put cinnamon on, you sprinkle it or grind it onto kind of 1/3 of the drink, and it makes a really nice offset pattern. Or the other way that is the way that I typically garnish it at home or when I was serving this drink is just a straight line down the cocktail. So you'll take your cinnamon and get really close to the glass because, or the surface of the drink, because you're trying to keep it straight. And then let me come around and show you. Actually, hopefully we can see that. So it's like just an offset straight line of cinnamon. I think it looks really pretty in the glass. So, one other thing to note, there's almond milk instead of cream or regular condensed milk in the horchata. So if you're lactose intolerant or vegan, the horchata is vegan in this case, but if you have a nut allergy, you should steer clear of this drink because of the almond milk. And please let me know if you do have a nut allergy because I would be happy to make a different rum-based cocktail for you. Anyway, just wanted to get that in there. Thanks so much, y'all, and I hope you have a good week, and cheers.